Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we some Call of Duty Black Ops 3 playing a bit of domination here on the map Stronghold, running on here exclusively with the MR6 pistol. I of course was trying to get all the headshots done with the MR6, and this is one of the games I got en route to doing so, and I did pretty well actually. That's one of the cool things about Black Ops 3 in my opinion, and I talked about this at length during the beta, how Black Ops 3 was kind of the return of grenades and secondaries, some classic tried and true things in the Call of Duty series that really a lot of people seem to take for granted, especially because we have a pick 10 system, so people think to themselves like, hey, I don't need to have a secondary, hey, I don't need to have a frag grenade, I don't need to have special grenades, I don't need any of that, I'm just going to have more attachments for my weapon, more perks. But here in Black Ops 3, the secondaries are all very good. We have 3 actual secondaries, if you don't want to count like launchers, if you don't want to count like knives and melee weapons and stuff like that. We have 3 pistols, right? And all of them are very good in my own personal opinion. I am done with the MR6, I am just about done with the RK5, like I need to do some challenges and whatnot, and I'm now working on the LCAR-9, which kind of feels like a Scorpion, if you remember the Scorpion from like COD 4, or what game was that also in? The original Black Ops, I think, perhaps, maybe? It was one of those weapons that was always kind of bad. No one really thought it was really that great, and this gun is kind of just like that, the LCAR-9 I'm talking about, but it's not terrible. You know, it's not the worst gun in the history of Call of Duty. It's just a kind of worse version of a Scorpion, which is an alright weapon to have as a secondary. If you can use a Scorpion, you can use that secondary, and it's kind of fun that here in Black Ops 3 we have all these options available to us. We don't always just want to be running around with a primary weapon and the best perks possible. We can sometimes run around with a secondary weapon and still do just as good. You know, it feels good that we're able to do that. The grind of Black Ops 3 for me is slowly starting to come to an end. These past couple of weeks have been insane for me. They really have been. I have first wanted to apologize for this lack of content here on my channel over the past couple of weeks. There has definitely been a huge reduction in the number of videos that I've been posting, and a big reason for that is I'm playing so much freaking Black Ops 3 that I just don't really have time to actually make videos. So here's the situation I'm in, or at least the situation I was in. I'm trying to correct it now. So I would essentially stay up like till like 7 in the morning playing Call of Duty, recording so much stuff, right? Like I'm 10th Prestige now, for crying out loud, when I was like, you know, 4th Prestige or something just a couple of weeks ago. I would stay up to like 7 in the morning, right? And just always playing, and then I would end up sleeping all day, which is awful. It's a horrible place to be if you're sleeping all day. You don't get enough sunshine in your life. You don't get to go out and experience a little sunshine and do some stuff during the day. You're just basically waking up a couple of hours before the sun goes down, then you're back to it, you know? So I'd wake up at like 4, 5 in the afternoon sometimes. Today I woke up at 6 in the afternoon, just horrible stuff. And when you wake up that late at night, it's so hard to make videos. It really is. And I don't want to say like making videos is the hardest thing in the world, because in the grand scheme of things, it's not very difficult, especially once you're several years into it like I am, where you feel as though you've kind of mastered the art of putting together a video. You can generally do it pretty well. But the hard part is trying to do the creative side of things. If you just wake up and you haven't seen any sunshine that day, you just wake up, you grab something to eat, and you're sitting there looking at the clock, and like it's 6 o'clock at freaking night already, and you're like, okay, I need to put together a video. I need to make a video for my channel and get up there hopefully before midnight, you know, and just trying to do things on like a rushed schedule that way is typically not the best way of making videos. I've always said quality over quantity. I think it's definitely a great thing to go by here on YouTube. Don't make a video for the sake of making a video because you feel like you have to make a video, you know, to meet some sort of imaginary quota. You don't need to do that, right? So I just said to myself, you know what, if I'm not feeling it today, I'm not gonna make a video. And just over the past weeks, man, I've just been playing so much Black Ops 3, and my sleep schedule has been so wrecked that there's just been a sheer lack of content. And I apologize for that, but there's also a silver lining to this, because I'm fixing that all tonight. I'm hopefully gonna be able to fix all of that. I'm hopefully gonna be able to get to bed early tonight, wake up early tomorrow, feel good about myself, you know, and start putting together some videos. And I have so many things I want to make videos out of. Of course, during this time, I've unlocked diamond submachine guns. There's a lot I want to talk about with the submachine guns here in Black Ops 3. I've gotten diamond shotguns. I want to talk a lot about the shotguns, make lots of videos about shotguns. I've gotten some hero armor. I've actually got to the point where I'm unlocking hero armor for different specialists. I want to make some guides for different specialists I have the hero armor on and stuff. Like, there's just so much content that I want to make now, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. And I've been on this huge binge, guys. I've been on this giant binge of Black Ops 3 for the past couple of weeks, and while yes, there hasn't been as many videos here on my channel, there's definitely been a lot of gameplay being recorded. Like, my hard drives are about full. I have so many things I want to make videos of. There's so much stuff I want to show you. I need to start putting together a montage, because that's severely starting to hurt my hard drive. I have so many clips and so many cool things I want to show you guys I've done in game. It's just, I need to get to it, you know. I need to start making these videos, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I am definitely looking forward to that. I'm definitely looking forward to making guides of lots of different weapons, making guides of different specialists, and just making general thoughts and opinion videos talking about all the different weapons I have essentially finished here in Black Ops 3. I'm getting ever closer up to Prestige Master. I'm like 10th Prestige level 20 or something along those lines. And if you guys know how Prestige Master works in Black Ops 3, so you don't actually have to like Prestige. You enter 10th Prestige, right? And then you just continue to level and level and level and level. Then once you get up to level 55, which is typically the level at which once you're finished with it, you will Prestige, you'll just continue to level. And then once you get the max level in 55, it'll just put you up to level 56, and it will automatically kind of like just turn you over into Prestige Master. So you'll be 10th Prestige level 55. Then once you get through that level, you'll be Prestige Master level 56, if that makes any sense. So you essentially just go right into it. And once I get to that point, I'm going to show you guys all my stats, show you guys my combat record. I know there's a lot of people that like to see that kind of stuff. And I used to do actually entering Prestige videos a couple of years back. Every time I would Prestige in Call of Duty, I'd say, hey, I Prestige, here's my stats, here's my time played, here's this, here's that. But a lot of people didn't really seem that interested in them. Like occasionally people thought they was interesting. I'm sure there's some of you guys that missed those videos, but ultimately just a lot of people didn't think they were very interesting. Plus I didn't like the idea of like people micro judging me while I was trying to play, you know, like, oh no, look at that, my KD dropped between this Prestige, and people like trying to point that out and stuff. And it's like, well, geez, you know, I'm trying to be nice here and like show you my combat record and show the stuff that I'm really enjoying using, but you're like micro judging me for my stats and stuff like that. So that was definitely a downside, I think, to doing the entering Prestige videos. But still, once I hit Prestige Master, I will do a entering Prestige Master video, essentially talk about how it works, show you guys me entering Prestige Master, and show you guys my combat record, my stats, my favorite weapons, my most used score streaks, my most used specialists, and all of that stuff, which will be pretty fun. And another thing I should do, which I typically do this every time a new game comes out, right? Every time a new Call of Duty comes out, I will typically make a video saying, hey, these are the best classes that I have found so far. I'm typically like a high level at the time, you know, if the game just came out and we're only a couple of days into the game's life cycle and I'm already like, you know, first Prestige or something, I'll be like, hey, I'm already first Prestige. I've been playing this game a ton. These are the classes that work for me. I think I should do more updated class videos. Like, hey, these are the classes I'm using right now. These are the classes that I think work pretty well. These are what I use, and maybe you guys want to copy and try them for yourself. You know, maybe do some videos like that in the future. I think that would be fun. There's just so much stuff I want to make out of Black Ops 3. And it's now getting to the point where I just need to buckle down and actually do it. I've just been recording gameplay and gameplay and gameplay. It's hard to, you know, just stop playing Call of Duty and start making videos of Call of Duty, but that's kind of where I've gotten. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be making a lot of Call of Duty content over the course of the next week, and I hope you guys will stay tuned for that, because there's hopefully going to be some pretty cool videos in there which can teach you a lot of really cool stuff about Black Ops 3 and really show you some cool stuff that maybe you didn't know about certain weapons or, you know, these things of that nature. I'm definitely looking forward to putting together a lot of these videos. But to comment on the gameplay here, this MR6, you guys have been watching it the entirety of this video. This freaking MR6 is insane. It is so much fun to use. It's one of those weapons where I feel as though this is better than a lot of the other weapons that are actually in the game. Like, if I had to choose between trying to get diamond pistols and getting diamond shotguns, I think diamond pistols would be more fun because they're actually like usable at just about all ranges. If you have a good trigger finger and you're accurate, you can do very well with an MR6. The RK5 initially I thought was like, yeah, this pistol isn't so great. It's a burst pistol. It really, you know, if you miss a couple of bursts, you're basically screwed, because especially if there's more than one person, because you will need to reload very quickly. But what I found with the pistols is the more you use them, you'll get better with them. Obviously, that's true of just about anything in life. But the more you use pistols, the more attachments you unlock for them. And then once you start putting on either fast mags, I recommend fast mags on the MR6, fast mags in high caliber. And for the other pistols, I recommend high caliber as well. It just makes the pistols a little bit better. But for the RK5 and for the LCAR-9, I recommend extended mag. It just makes those pistols a little bit better. It makes it so, you know, of course, you have a little bit more ammo in your clip there, and you can actually get a couple of extra shots off, and you don't have to be nearly as accurate. It's a little bit more forgiving that way, and definitely works out pretty well. But yeah, the pistols in this game, they are freaking monstrous. They are really fun. I was actually surprised. I was like, go through all these weapons, and I've talked about it before, how going for dark matter is such a great way to play Black Ops 3, because it kind of forces you to experience all the different ways of playing in Black Ops 3. I didn't think going for like pistol kills and secondary kills was going to be fun. I thought it was going to be really difficult. I thought it was going to be super frustrating. I thought I was going to be constantly being outgunned by assault rifles and submachine guns, and maybe even to a lesser extent light machine guns. That really hasn't been the case. While using pistols here in Black Ops 3, I've been doing pretty well. I'm like, well, why are these things so usable? Why are these things so good? You know, it's very fun. I'm constantly finding myself surprised when I use weapons. Here's how the typical system will go. So essentially, I'll start a new weapon. I'll think to myself, wow, this weapon really isn't that good. You know, I just finished off his other weapon that I liked a lot. This new one, not a big fan, right? And then the more you use it, because you're essentially forcing yourself to use it if you want to unlock all the challenges for it, and you want to eventually unlock dark matter, right? So you're forcing yourself to use it. And the more you use a weapon, the more it tends to grow on me. There hasn't been really a weapon so far here in Black Ops 3 where I think to myself, yeah, I'm so happy I'm done with that. I don't want to go back to using that ever. And now that I'm thinking about it, there actually is a couple of those weapons, the snipers. I'm still yet to get to that point where it's like, these snipers are great. I completely misrepresented them. I thought these snipers were really terrible. Turns out they're good. No, I haven't enjoyed the snipers really whatsoever. The Draken was the only one that I semi-enjoyed, but even then, I didn't like it very much. So the snipers, those are a little bit different. But in terms of like assault rifles and submachine guns, light machine guns, shotguns, pistols, even the freaking combat knife, I found that all of these weapons are pretty usable if you use them the right way, and you just take a little bit of time to acclimate yourself to using them, because every single weapon tier is going to make you play a little bit differently. Every single weapon is going to be different than the other. You're going to have a much different play style while trying to run around with the Razorback as compared to if you're trying to run around with the Vesper, for example, right? One has a lot of hip fire, one has a lot of aiming down sights and kind of head clipping and stuff like that. So just a very fun system. I really like going for dark matter. I really like leveling up here in Black Ops 3, and I've been really enjoying my time putting in like freaking 6 to 8 hours of gameplay every single night. But that's going to be changing here. I need to take this time to make videos, and that's what I want to talk about here in this video. Now that we are almost 11 minutes in this one, I'm going to be making a lot more Black Ops 3 videos here in the very near future, and so hopefully you guys will stay tuned for that, and let me know in the comments if there's anything specific that you guys would like me to make videos of. I'm always open to viewer suggestions. If you guys would like to see specific aspects of Black Ops 3 discussed or explored, please let me know about that. And of course, we have the Awakening DLC coming out for the Xbox, which is my main platform, here in just about a week or so. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Expect a lot of zombies videos and stuff like that, because I'll actually have people to play with. And just in general, Black Ops 3 has really reinvigorated my passion for Call of Duty. It really has. The past couple of years, it's definitely started to decline a little bit, and that's true of anything. Franchise fatigue is certainly a thing. Franchise fatigue is something that'll happen if you've been playing a game franchise for nearly a decade. Even if every game that comes out is a little bit different than the one before it, it still feels kind of like the same thing because you're playing in the same franchise, right? At the end of the day, Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 3 are very different games, but at the same time, they kind of are the same because they're both first-person shooters. They're both Call of Duty. They're both playing the same game modes like domination. You're still getting kills, you're still getting your streaks and stuff like that. So they're obviously, I've said many times, games are very different, but at the same time, at their core, they're still kind of the same because they still feel like Call of Duty when you play. And after 10 years of playing, maybe I suffered a little bit of franchise fatigue over the past couple of years. But Black Ops 3 is such a great game, in my opinion, that it has completely relit that fire in me and reignited that passion for Call of Duty, which is really awesome in my opinion. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude the video. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Please drop me a rating. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.